Hello and welcome to my Deep Rock Galactic Survivor weapon tier list. This is going to be about the weapons that I like, along with the ones that I dislike. Now in general, I like weapons that I find success with, but this isn't strictly about power rating. Sometimes it's about playstyle. A weapon might be perfectly powerful, but ultimately, if I don't like how it feels, it's going to go lower on the list. After all, this is my favorite weapons, even if a lot of them are probably going to align with the best, because in general I do like good things, it's not strictly the best. Oh, and if you see your favorite weapon, be sure to comment down below and let me know. But for now, let's get into things. Alrighty, so S tier, those are my favorites. D tier, those are things that I either dislike or simply rarely use them. A, stuff that I like quite a bit. C, eh. And B, pretty neutral. Starting off here, the neurotoxin grenade. This is going to go in a B. It's fine. It's not my favorite grenade. It's not my least favorite grenade. Then we have the Thunderhead Heavy Autocannon. This is a weapon that if you point it in a direction, it basically deletes anything in the direction. And it works pretty good even if you don't have overclocks, which I quite like. The directionality, I'm tempted to put it A, but I think I'm going to go S because it is really good. And, it's the directionality, nah, I'm going to go S. I like it. It's been one of my favorite guns since the early access. It gets to be an S tier. Jury Boomstick. Surprisingly, not my favorite weapon. Maybe surprisingly, I don't know. I kind of feel like it's going to go in B. Why B? Because it's not quite as good as one of the other shotguns that I'll talk about later. And then we have the Breach Cutter, I believe, which it's certainly not one of my favorites. I don't use it too often. I think I'm going to go C just because when I see it, my reaction usually isn't, oh wow, I wish it was one of the other plasma weapons, so yeah. BRT Burst Fire, it's a sidearm, so usually not primary damage, but it's a solid one. I think for that, it earns B, and you know what? I'm going to put it top of B. Does the order really matter? I don't know. I just made up a rule that says this goes to top of B. Bulldog, the only time I use this is when it's the starting weapon for my class. Even then, not very much. Alright, Arms Core Coil Gun. Ooh, how I love the Arms Core Coil Gun for its ability to shoot through terrain, but also it is a little awkward without overclocks, so it's definitely an A or S. I'm thinking A just because of the awkwardness about overclocks, where if I don't get it to level 18 pretty quickly, feels a little meh. If I can't get the beams, feels a little meh. But also, it's a sick weapon, so this could go A, could go S. Let's see how this goes. Crisper Flamethrower. Also a weapon that I'm a little mixed on, because with beams, it's really fun. Without beams, it's not. That's probably going to be a common theme for beam weapons. I don't know, I'm tempted to say A. I think A is solid. It's really cool to become a walking inferno, and for that, the flamethrower gets a couple of bonuses over some of the other beam weapons. Next up, the Cryo Cannon. Easy S tier. This is a weapon that I always turn to when I'm doing a run on Hazard 5 and I'm struggling and I'm dying and I'm like, I'm sick of dying, I just want easy mode. This has carried me so many times. Easy S tier, it is one of my favorite guns. Also, super OP, I'm pretty sure this is just S tier on power rankings as well. Ooh, okay. Drone. So it's cryo, which is the best element, because freezing enemies is good, but it's a drone. And I don't really like drones. Occasionally they'll do okay. I find them kind of annoying. I find their targeting wacky. I don't know, I'm going to put it B. And to round out the cryo trifecta, Cryo Grenade. I'm going to put this A. I think grenades take a little bit more work. You really want the split into 3. But if you get it, they have great coverage and also do solid damage. Plus, a lot of grenades have an overclock where they pull enemies in, and it's really fun to watch that. Just to be careful you're not between the grenade and the enemy. Bad things happen. Right. The Deep Core PGL, the grenade launcher. I'm going to rate it pretty highly. I like it. I think it gets an A because you do really want the split. So instead of it shooting 1 grenade, it shoots 3. When it gets that, I'm having a great time. When it doesn't get that, maybe a little more meh. So gets an A rather than an S. Then the Drac 25 Plasma Carbine, easy S tier. You know what? I think I'm going to reorder these, and I'm going to put it second. Thunderhead's good, but it's not quite as good as the Drac in my opinion. I certainly have a worse time sometimes because I do have to aim the Thunderhead. That's the awkwardness I mentioned. This is my kind of cheat weapon. So yeah, right in the middle of S tier. Plasma projectiles bounce around. This is really fun, especially in narrow corridors. In addition, the carbine has a super high rate of fire, which is very fun to watch, and it has some excellent overclocks. So yeah, all around, S tier weapon. Lightning drone. Well, I mentioned before I don't really like drones. Lightning, in my opinion, a little bit weaker than cold. Can't freeze enemies, so D. Experimental plasma charger. Wanted to like this weapon, but it misses a lot. I don't think it quite gets a D because I want to like it, but I don't think I can give it higher than a C because I don't really like it. Yeah, I'm going to give it a C. I think C is where I'm going to put the experimental plasma charger. Fire drone. Okay, well, I don't think I can put it above a B because if I have to pick a drone, I'm going to pick the cold one. But I don't want to give it a D because sometimes it's fun. I'm going to go C. I'm going to say C for fire. And spoiler alert, the poison drone, the Kip Viper, probably going to go there as well. All right. The assault rifle. Oh, what's this? Deep Core PG2? This is the hard thing. These are just pictures, so I have to remember all the names. Pretty sure that's what it is. And I'm going to go with a B. It's fine. It is the middle of middles. It is fine. And oh yeah, I was doing this in order. See, this is what happens when I start doing stuff in order and I forget that I'm doing that. There we go. Okay, explosive grenade. I'm not going to put it as high as cryo, but I think I'm going to put it... Ooh, am I going to put it ahead of neurotoxin? It's really good at destroying terrain, and I like that. Sometimes that's awkward, but also I like that. So yeah, I think I'm going to put it at the top of B tier. I have a lot of fun using that, and it has big booms. Hurricane. Okay, this is a weapon that on coolness factor would go in S tier. The problem is, every time I've been like, this is really cool, and when I get to the end of a run, I'm like, oh, if I don't get the right overclocks, it doesn't do that much damage. So, it's got to be A or B. Like, coolness gets you some points. I don't know. I think I'm going to put it in B for now and come back to that later. Impact Axe. It's up there. I like the Impact Axe. I use it a lot. And if you get the either Flame Trail or Acid Trail, oh, it does so much damage. But the aiming's awkward. I don't know, the aiming being awkward might bump it just out of S. So maybe it's going to be my new top of A. I think it's going to be my new top of A. Alright, Incendiary Grenade. This does damage. In theory, it should be in B, just like the Neurotoxin. I'm going to bump it down one. I'm going to put it at the top of C. Why? Because the fire puddles are screen clutter. It has gotten me killed before, and I'm holding that against it. Then Krakatoa, easy S tier. You know what? I'm going to bump it. It's going to be right there, a little bit behind the Plasma Carbine. In general, I rate all the turrets highly. Visually, this is my favorite. Functionality-wise, I think I'm going to have to go with another one, but that's for later. Also, the Tactical Lead Burster. So this is a grenade that shoots a bunch of bullets. Already, coolness factor is putting it in the upper, like, S or A. And again, I'm really torn. I'm really torn because without the split into 3, I think I'd put it in an A, but with the split, I think it's an S because it is just so fun to watch bullets spiraling all over the screen. You know what? I'm doing it. It's S. And then we have the minigun. It's not the Thunderhead. It's not the Warthog. It's the I'm definitely not going to look over to my other monitor and check the list because I know I'd forget at some point. Lead Storm. Yeah, it is the Lead Storm, which is going to go into C because it's not as strong as Thunderhead from my experience, but it has the directionality. All right, LMG, Light Machine Gun, Gun Platform, S tier. Why? Gun platforms are really OP. I love them. You drop them and they do damage. You can give it plasma. You can have it follow you. You can have it mine walls. It is just so good and so fun to use. I'm maybe a construct sim. Sorry, it's gonna happen. Loki Smart Rifle. The fact that I almost forgot what this thing did probably tells you that it's going to go in one of the lower tiers. It looks cool, seeing all the lines shoot out, but I don't really feel incentivized to use it. So yeah, C tier. M1000, big old sniper rifle. Good for single target damage, doesn't do much for swarms. It's really good for single target damage. It's definitely ARS. Was one of my favorite guns when I played in early access. Tempted to put it into S for that. But since playing for 1.0, I've been using a lot of these over the M1000. So I think it's going to get an honorary spot at the top of A. Oh no, the Nishanka, another really good gun. In fact, when I played the demo, the Nishanka was absolutely carrying me. This thing was insane back then. And then in the early access, it was more balanced, but still very good. And now it's more balanced, but still very good. So I think I'm going to put it top of A, because when everything aligns, when I get extra bolts and fire all bolts at once, it is so fun to watch. But sometimes I do not get that. Often I do not get that, and those runs are infinitely less satisfying. So it goes down from S to A. Oh, the plasma grenade. Plasma burster, I think. The fact that I don't immediately know what it's called, I think means it goes into D. I don't know. I like grenades generally. I like plasma weapons generally. I would rather use something else. You know, I say I like plasma weapons, but thinking about it more, I like the plasma carbine, but I like other weapons when they're converted to plasma. I don't actually like that many of the plasma weapons. Seismic Repulsor. If you played Path of Exile, and if you played Seismic Trap, this is that. If you've played Seismic Totems in Path of Exile 2, this is that. It's A tier. I don't want to hear any questions in the comments. Okay, this is the Shard Diffractor. It's a weird laser weapon. Cool concept, does some damage. I'm going to give it C because it's really weird and hard to aim. Shredder Grenade. If you wanted your grenade to shoot a bunch of drones at your enemies, the Shredder Grenade is for you. And I think I'm going to put it in my grenades are fine tier, because grenades are fine. Corrosive Sledge Pump. It is the acid version of the beam weapon. I don't know why I was messing over here. It's definitely not going up here. It's like over here. I think top of C, because it's sometimes fun, but you have to get a lot of extra beams. And also, in comparison to some of the other weapons, I feel like it's just not worth the effort. Oh no. Now we have all the little guns. Some of them I don't remember the name. This is the Stubby. And I'm just going to put it straight into D because I barely use it. It's electric. That's all I remember about it. Then this is the Subita. I do use the Subita a fair bit. Not quite as much as the Burst Fire. You know what? Ooh, B or C. I think bottom of B. It's pretty solid, but there are a couple that outshine it for me. Then there's the Bug Taser. Honestly, kind of same problems as the Sledge Pump, where I often feel like I'm putting a lot of effort into it, and I'd rather put that effort into like the Burst Fire. So C. Poison Drone. I'm gonna go with the Fire Drone. Like, I can't put these side by side. Well, I just did, but I can't have them be the exact same rank. They're the same rank. Poison and Fire. Okay. Voltaic Shock Fence. Another easy S tier. This is, like the gun platform, like the tower, it's a turret, it shocks things, and it collects loot and EXP. Well, I guess it doesn't collect loot, you have to collect that yourself, but it collects EXP, and there's an overclock that you can drop all at once. Super fun, love it. Easy S tier. Okay, this is the Boomerang Weapon. Also collects EXP, that gets it some points. But why would you ever use it over the Shock Fence? So, whoops, nope. You're going in B tier, and you're going like mid-B tier. A10 Warthog. Another longtime favorite of mine. I'm just going to put it in S. I don't care. It is awkward. It is a forward-facing weapon. You know what? I forgot to put these within. Okay. So that goes ahead of the Krakatoa. I think this also goes ahead of the Krakatoa. The Lead Burster here and here. Yeah. That is S tier. It's not super high in S tier compared to some of these others. Alright, did I mess up my other tiers? No, I kind of like the other tiers. You know what? Actually, this goes ahead one. Wave Cooker, don't like. I'm sure there's something you can do to make the beams super thick. Don't like. And last off, the Zhukov, which I think is the only sidearm that I'm going to put in A tier. And I'm putting it in A tier specifically because of the spiral augment. You can give it an element, and you can use it to hit pretty much everything. Give it a little piercing, chef's kiss. So, this is my tier list, ranking all of my favorite guns in Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, from S down to D. With some of these being rated purely based on the fact that I think they're looking awesome, and others because they have absolutely carried me. In some cases, like the Plasma Carbine, both. It's carried me, and it looks fucking badass. And so that's going to be it for the video. Now, if you want more of my thoughts on Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, I've got a review that should have just come out, and I also have a tips and tricks video to help you get started. Both of those should be up in the card and down below. If you want more content, well, do be sure to get subscribed, and if you want to see my thoughts on a wide variety of games, including some that I don't cover with a video here on this channel, then head over to my Steam Curator page. I've got over 100 reviews, including a bunch for games that didn't quite make it into videos, and who knows, maybe they will in the future, or maybe they won't. Either way, thank you very much for watching to the end. I'm glad you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.